Hey, hey, and welcome everyone to another edition of CTS BizTalk. I'm your host, as usual, Frank Stevens. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. So, the topic for today, and I'm excited about this one, although I'm excited about all our topics, are backups, and they're not all the same. So I've been in this space for 25 years, pretty crazy. I've been specking out backups back in the day from when it was like little tape cartridges to robotic arms moving tapes around. But the truth is, not all backups are the same. We're going to go into a little bit about it. The first thing that everyone needs to understand is where is your data located? Is it all, assuming it's on premise? How many servers is it? What kind of servers am I connected to? Are they Linux? Are they Windows? Tons of those questions, right? But the big two things that people need to think about are how much data do you have? Are we talking you have 500 gigs? Do you have 9 terabytes? Do you have 20 terabytes? So the amount of data that you have really determines what kind of backups you're looking for. The other piece of that puzzle, and this is always a difficult thing we work with our clients to figure out, is how much data is changing on a regular basis. So typically it is a percentage. Are you increasing your data consumption on your servers by 5% year after year, 20%, 50%, and it's going to be all over the board. So if you guys are an architectural firm or doing engineering files where you got some large data sets, and these files could be several hundred megs, and you're changing 100 of them a day, right? You're changing truly tens and dozens and in some cases hundreds of gigs of data a day. So your data fluctuation goes. So let me talk to you guys about what the typical backups that we are seeing there. And this is all mostly for on-premise servers that I'm talking about. So your first and basic one is you're going to have a direct cloud backup. Basically, an agent's going to sit on a computer or a server, and it's going to just do a backup at night. And so it's going to take a snapshot of the first time you ever do it, it'll take a full backup of that server, of that machine. And then every day that goes on, and every evening it'll take a delta. So let's say I've got 500 gigs of data. That first initial backup is going to be 500 gigs, and I'm changing say 20 gigs a day. Every night it'll be 20 gigs. And up in the cloud, what it'll do is it'll basically merge those through. It'll put those data sets together, so you could do full restores based on where your data is from a retention date perspective. So the pros on a cloud-only solution is there's no hardware costs. It also reduces on your monthly costs of that hardware expense and stuff like that. The downside is if you do have a major catastrophe, you say the server it's completely dead, or you lose large amounts of data, the restoration time is all dependent upon how fast your internet connection is and how much data that you have down. Hopefully that makes sense. So the next step is to have what we call hybrid. So you're going to have a small little device or some kind of backup device on the network. It's going to be a NAS, typically network attached storage. And basically what it's going to do is going to take both on-site backups and then put them to the cloud. So the same thing before, it'll basically connect to all of your on-premise servers, either physical or virtual. Take a first time, we call it the seed backup, and then every night it's going to take those incrementals. The cool thing though is in situations where you both have the on-premise backups as well as the cloud, you can take incrementals throughout the day. This is huge. And what I mean by that is I can take backups of your server with minimal impact to the network and your internet, let's say at 8 a.m., 10 p.m., noon, 2, 4, and 6 p.m., and then do a roll up. So that means that if a file that you're working on at, let's say 9 a.m., by 2 o'clock it gets corrupted or gets deleted, I can roll you back to either that 8 or 10 p.m. Restoration point. Super cool. So all those incremental daily throughout the day backups basically happen throughout the day. It's totally transparent. And then at nighttime, all those changes get rolled up and pushed to the cloud. So in the event that there's a fire, a catastrophe, flood, whatever, all your data is backed up into the cloud as well. So the benefit of that hybrid is really kind of interesting. There's a couple options. One, you can go with typically like a standard on-premise backup solution. So in the event that the server does die, blow up, or you have to restore large amounts of data, you don't have to wait for all of that to come to the internet. You're going to be using gigabit speeds as fast as your network can restore it, and it's a much quicker process. So for our clients that typically if they got, 2 or 3 or 4 terabytes or more, we got clients with, 30 and 40 and 50 terabytes. We almost tell them it is imperative that you have an on-site backup, because to restore multiple terabytes over, I don't even care if even if you have a 1 gigabit per second fiber, it's going to take an extremely long time. And in that case, you're down for maybe a day or two, or maybe even 3 or 4. So the hybrid approach is where the majority of our clients are going. It works really well. Everyone likes it. So then the next piece, which is what we consider like a full backup disaster recovery solution, or BDR, is you can upgrade the hardware that is your on-site backup to have the ability to spin up those servers immediately. So what I mean by that is, let's say I have 3 servers. Okay, I've got a domain controller where people authenticate into. I have a file print server, and maybe I have a financial ERP server. Maybe I'm using Sage or whatever financial system you're using. In the event that those servers physically die, hardware failure, ransomware, I have the capability on that BDR device to actually spin up those servers as virtual servers. And I'm talking within 10, 15 minutes, the entire operation is operational. So you're completely minimizing your downtime. The downside of that is there's a slight incremental cost, obviously, with any benefit. The hardware is a little bit more expensive. That hardware could be anywhere between $500 and upwards to like $2,000, depending upon the size of it, how much power you need, how much RAM and processing. But it's a great solution. I mean, realistically, in the last 25 years, knock on wood, it hasn't happened a lot, but we've had situations where physical servers have died, virtual servers get corrupted, and we're spinning things up. Continuous operations, the organization is not losing, not skipping a heartbeat. Everyone continuously works, and then in the background, we're rebuilding the server. When it's done, we do an export from the BDR device of what was live that night. Everyone is happy. So if you guys are looking to upgrade any of your backup solutions, if you're not sure about what you guys have for backups, if you're not sleeping at night because you're not even sure if you even have backups, hopefully everyone has backups of their data, give us a call, reach out. We'd love to help you scope out some solutions. Probably about 2 years ago, we changed hardware and backup providers. We have some great partners that we work with. They're inexpensive, and they really, really do work. So they do test restorations. We're able to see the successes on that, and things just magically work. So again, if you guys are looking for some help out there, give us a call, reach out, and we'd love to partner with you. If you've enjoyed this, as always, please like, subscribe, and share. We're always looking to get some more people listening to us and watching us. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.